Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to A Late Gaymer. I am your host, A Late Gaymer, and today we are officially tackling episode number 7 for Collector's Corner. And today we have the very elusive Final Fantasy 16 Collector's Edition, Deluxe Edition, and everything in between. So, come with me on this journey into the insanity that was purchasing this collection. Long story short, I basically saw all the pre-order bonuses and was like, am I going to be missing a steel case if I get one or the other? And long story short, I was not going to be missing anything except the packaging for the deluxe edition. So that was kind of how all of this unfolded. Originally, it was like, okay, I'm going to be missing a Steelbook. And I get really excited about the Steelbooks, don't ask me why. And I basically pre-ordered this from Square Enix first, and then I also pre-ordered it from Best Buy just in case, because for whatever reason, Best Buy seems to have exclusive Steelbook cases. Speaking of which, you are now seeing that. This is the Steelbook case in question that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get this if I pre-order the collector's edition from Square Enix. Well, unbeknownst to me, and as you all will see here shortly, I did not miss out on anything. The only real difference from the deluxe edition and the collector's edition is the statue and then the pre-order bonuses of some really cool flags that you will see here momentarily. So I kind of opened them in ascending order. So we start with the deluxe edition here from Best Buy. The sealed case for the Steelbook came out first, and followed by the packaging for the deluxe edition. I really like what they do for the deluxe copies of the game. I actually will most likely leave this sealed unless my husband decides he wants to actually play this game. We have been making our way through the demo, and I was interested in seeing if he would like it because everybody who I had gotten to play the demo for this game, who originally was not going to play the game, ended up buying the game after playing the demo. So I was like, well, if anybody should try it, it should be somebody who's kind of new to gaming, but also new to the Final Fantasy space. And so far, he seems to really like it, so we'll see. But that was the deluxe edition part of things. Here is the collector's edition. And for context, these boxes are freaking huge. So the deluxe one from Best Buy came in like your average, like hand soap sized box that you would get from Amazon, or, it was a very relatively small package. This thing was massive, and you can kind of tell because I have my Mickey Mouse piggy bank in the background, and this thing, which I will show for some comparison, is massive. And I also opened this upside down. So basically, I thought this was the correct side. It was not. And I really liked the touches Square Enix did, or whoever, produced this. No, Square did, but like the box itself, because it actually showed earlier in the video, the Final Fantasy was actually labeled on the box it came in. And so there's the top, as you can see, that I was supposed to open it the other way around, but either way you open it's fine. I got the goods box out first, followed by the actual game and the pre-order bonuses from Square Enix, which are some really cool flags, which you will see here momentarily. And Square Enix does not disappoint. This is the second game I've ordered directly from them. Their packaging is phenomenal. Like, I did not want to actually take this out of the packaging. It was so nicely packaged. So in the background there, you can see the Best Buy variant, and this is what I get from Square Enix, making Best Buy look like they showed up shorthanded, but Square Enix was the only one that was offering the collector's edition for this game. You could not get it anywhere else, and they made this was a lot easier to get than the Pixel Remaster collection for 1 through 6. But the crazy thing was, like, day after launch, I checked the website, and the only way you could get the collector's edition was if somebody canceled their pre-order. So I was like, Square Enix has got to fix that. Like, there are people that wait to buy these things. It's just my personal opinion. They probably won't. But anyway, so you see the packaging. Here's the game. This is what the base will look like if you just get the PS5 game. And here is my second copy of the Steelbook, which I was very worried about. This one was actually not sealed. I mean, it was, but wasn't type thing. Like, Best Buy's came shrink wrapped. So I should open it here momentarily. And the inside is so badass. You see Ifrit in its full glory, and it looks incredible. I freaking love these Steelbooks. They're just, Square Enix knocks it out of the park every time. I was not 100% sold on the outside, but it looks like Noctis. If Noctis's hair was just down constantly and not super spiky. But the protagonist so far has been 10 out of 10. I love the story development. And this was the little pre-order bonus for the flags for each of the icons and the kingdoms, if I remember correctly. And these are pretty cool. I liked the little packaging they came in. It was so cute. But like mentally, when I saw them on the website, I was like, oh, they're going to be like life-sized. No. Even my husband was like, did you expect them to give you full-size banners? It was like, yes, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. It said wall banners. And then you get these cute little like garden gnome size wall banners. And I'm like, where on someone's wall is like, I mean, maybe if you put them all on one side, like together, they could make a big flag, but no, these are like Barbie flag size, but they're still cool, and you'll see them here in a minute. Honestly, it's a pre-order bonus, so at the end of the day, it's kind of a given if you order the game early, and these are really cool to look at with all the different crests and the sigils. It's very Game of Thrones meets Final Fantasy in terms of storyline so far, and also in terms of like the kind of high fantasy we're setting up here, but still pretty cool. Not 100% let down, but if Square Enix ever did decide to make like full-size banners, that would be cool too. But yeah, so highly recommend if you can pick these up from somewhere. I think GameStop had a similar bonus item, but I am blanking on what it was. So here are the flags, and I will go through the goods box here next. All right, now what you all came here for, most likely, the goods box. This thing was honestly boxception, in my opinion. A big box inside a smaller box, inside a smaller box. You get the idea. And up to this point, I was like, oh, the Deluxe Edition Steelbook. I was like, I have no idea where this thing is. So you'll see where it is momentarily. But on the outside of the box, you have the Giant War depiction with all the icons that we've come to know for, like, in terms of summons across all the Final Fantasy games. Square Enix whoever does the art for all this stuff is incredibly talented, and I love the gold shine to the background, like the hollow foil and just the way the art looks. It's so cool. I cannot get over this box. I have it actually displayed at the very top of my bookshelf right now. I love looking at it. And now, actually going into the box itself, which you should see here momentarily, you do see the fight between Ifrit and the Phoenix, but actually opening the box... Oh, I lied. Actually, we're going to see the bottom of the box because I want to make sure you all get the full thrall of this thing in case you were like, I don't really know how big this is. Or if you just want to see all angles of it without having to actually spend an arm and a leg to get it, you are getting the full Final Fantasy box treatment, my friends. And now, looking at the very top, you're treated to the pin box / the first box of two. So inside this box, we have got the pins, the Steelbook, and the cloth map, which you also get in the Deluxe Edition, but it's just the cloth map, not the pins. if I remember correctly. So that is one upside to getting the collector's edition, is you get these really cool, super high detailed pins, one for each icon in the game. And some other YouTuber I watched who did an unboxing said you could wear one every day of the week and even have a bonus one if you wanted. And I was like, I really like that. So if anybody got this and did taking them out of the box and wanting to wear them, I mean, these things are really cool. I get them for more of like display purposes. I don't know if I'll ever wear them. Maybe if the occasion presents itself, I definitely would. But upon opening it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so well put together. So you see the cloth map on top, which I'll upload a full picture of it here at some point in the video. So you will see that, the full picture of the map itself. I didn't feel like actually taking it out and getting it back into that small plastic sheath is just a pain in the butt. But there at the bottom is the other Steelbook, and at the top are the pins. So basically my dilemma with this game was, am I going to get both Steelbooks or not? So I kept both pre-orders just in case, because I was not sure if I was going to get the Steelbook, the variant. But yeah, so there are the pins, super cool. They look so well done. I like all the colors against the silver. It just looks so good. And here is the other Steelbook, which honestly, this Steelbook looks way better in my opinion than the pre-order bonus Steelbook. But the design and the aesthetic for both of them, I like the duality. Like one, you see like a very calm, sort of collected Clive, whereas in the other one, he is more like, he's been in a battle, he's been through shit, like he is going to destroy you. And I like it. The red flames, like on that black back, like it's an onyx black. And also this tiny piece of paper was instructions for like how to use the box. I was like, what in the world? And it also had a second disc slot. So I'm thinking to myself, two disc slots. So it doesn't make any sense because the game itself only comes with one disc. And if you got the pre-order bonus, there was a deluxe edition upgrade, if you will, where you got like a digital copy of the soundtrack. It's a mini soundtrack, which that in itself is a whole separate issue because they give you like an app to go through, and then you have to make sure you have a USB drive or an external hard drive plugged in, and then it downloads the MP3 files to that, which you can then transfer to another device, which is super odd in my opinion, but it was still kind of cool just going through that process. I was like, how many people are actually going to take the time to do this? But I digress. Anyway, here's what the statue box looks like. This by far was the smallest of all the boxes, and I actually watched an unboxing before I got mine open because I got it and we were in the process of moving, and I was like, all right, I'm going to wait to actually open this until I have my desk set up. So I was really excited to get this bad boy open. I was like, all right, I spent money on this thing. I'm going to at least take it out of the damn box. So I was very excited. This is going to be on full display in my desk at some point. I have another figure statue video in the works. That one is going to take priority as it has been 3 or 4 years in the making. I haven't had the space to display it, so I'm going to display that one first, so stay tuned for that video. But for this one, I took this out of the plastic and was like, holy shit, this thing is super detailed. Like, I heard other people complaining about the size of it, but after getting it out of the box, I was like, this thing is incredible. I'm like, I know you could, on a larger scale, have a super detailed figure, but I was like, for most people's desks, this thing is the perfect size. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's like the Goldilocks of statues. Like, it is just the right size. It's super detailed. From head to toe, I was like, I've got to get close-ups of this thing, which you all will see here momentarily. But like the individual feathers, the facial expressions on both Ifrit and the Phoenix, they're just so well done. I was like, if you can't appreciate for like what you got with this, then you probably should have just stuck with buying the deluxe edition and, not worried about this. Or if you got it, flip it. Just flip it, girl. Because it is what it is at this point. I'll get off on a tangent. But you all get the idea. I think this is a really cool statue. If you're a collector in any capacity and you want to get your hands on this thing, do it. As far as I know, I believe they are still completely sold out on Square Enix's website, but the deluxe edition is readily available. Besides that, 10 out of 10 recommend this, would do again, and will be doing for future installments of Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, etc. and so forth. So here's some really cool close-up shots I got of the figure. Please enjoy, and I will catch you all on the flip side. But that is going to do it for me today, everyone. Let me know in the comments below if you picked this up. If you have, are you enjoying the game so far? What would you like to see improved in future Final Fantasy installments? Or on the flip side, what collector's edition of any of the Final Fantasy games is eluding you? I am currently working on trying to get a copy of the Pixel remasters for 1 through 6. I have a copy of it for Switch. However, I would like the collector's goods, so I am working on that currently. But until next time, I am your host, Late Gaymer. I will see you all in the next one.